Hey folks, we're just letting people know that we are in fact alive, so I'm just gonna do that super quick. And then afterwards, we'll start getting ready. That's exciting. Hi Kaze, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, friend. I'm sorry you're not feeling too well, Kaze. Well, hopefully the stream will help a little bit. I think that's everyone. I'm gonna take a minute just to kind of let people come in and come and hang out and do all that sort of thing, you know. Let people make it to the stream before we start working. Well, I like to generally give out the good vibes, as it were. Registered trademark of the Dr. Josh Fox Corporation. Not really. I don't have a corporation. That's just silly. Hi Shockin', welcome to the stream. Just got a couple more minutes before we start the stream proper. Thank you very much for the host, Corgi. Things are going good. Things are going pretty good. It's been a bit of a slow day today. I got some commissions done, or I got some commission work done earlier. Like into the morning. Like I'm talking like really early this morning. But for the most part, I've basically just been like I clean the house and haven't really done much else beyond that. It's been kind of a just kind of catching up with, I guess, my bodily needs kind of day, if that makes sense. It was a self-care day in a way, I guess you could say. Sleeping as I've needed it, trying to eat better, you know, that sort of thing. Fox makes house clean. Well, I certainly try. Naturally, with 8 people, you can only do so much, but, like, you know. Yeah, we there's a lot of people living in our house. You may also occasionally hear my dog complain. I apologize for that. I know exactly what's going on. Someone's in the kitchen. And she's all like, but food! Great milk steak coming in with the dabbing squid. Anyway, so we are now at 7:30, so I'm just gonna jump right in. We're starting off working on a ref for Kaze's character Saturn. he wanted me to. They wanted me to update it to make it kind of like this one. This one ref that I did for them a while ago. So that's exciting. So we're just gonna jump right in. We've got these done. I really just need to do the back and then just fill in the information, then it's done. So it's a good kind of quick job for us to get started on, and then we can start working on something that requires a bit more time. So how is everyone doing? I just realized we should probably have some music on. It's probably a little bit dull with just nothing. What do we want for music? You know what? Hang on. Clonoa. I no. Ah, God damn it. Okay. That definitely, but well, I'm glad. Good. About to work on a video. Oh, cool. Yes. Their sonas are good quality friends. Oh, I can hear her upstairs. Again, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I can just hear upstairs. Yeah. She's gotten a lot more vocal again lately, and it's starting to get annoying. I love her to pieces, though. Yeah, she's complaining. I don't know what the deal with that is, though. Just maybe make it look a little sharper or something a little bit more like this. Although that does cause a tangent, so let me just... hey, thank you very much for the host, Kaze. Muchly appreciated. Thank you very much for the host, Milk Steak. It's very much appreciated. Hosting like that's a great way to help support the stream as it bumps us up in the algorithm. So that's good. Could potentially get us some new viewers, and that's always fun. Okay, so real quick, what would you guys want for like because I just remembered that this is a thing. The bonus stream, the next bonus stream. What would you guys like want for that? Just spitball out some ideas, and I will sort of look them over, and whichever is the most sort of, I guess, feasible, whatever might have gotten the most kind of interest and things like that, will be going on the Twitter poll, which I might put up tonight. I'm gonna be videos spotlighting. I like the sketch request streams. Okay, gonna be spotlighting the lesser known, more obscure horror villains It was supposed to be black and white horror movies only, but when you type that in, you get edits of all horror films in black and white. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Maybe you look for, like, classical or something like that instead of black and white or something. I don't know. Golden era horror villains. Art feedback streams? Okay. The funny thing is that I remember a lot of people really liking that one, but when I put that up in the poll, no one voted for it. So I mean, okay, you know, I say no one voted for it. A few people did, but like compared to the other ones, like it was really close. I think it was a sketch request stream and Skyrim just barely won, which I was legitimately surprised by. I thought it was gonna be the sketch request stream. You could try that. Yeah, looking up like Golden Era or something like that should probably sort of get you some better results. I can still hear her complaining. I might have to go check up on her because it might not just be food. Something might legitimately be wrong. I don't think so because I think I would know about it, but like you know how I am. I'm paranoid about everything. People are in the... Oh, so she's just throwing a fit. Okay. I voted for... That's why... Excuse me. That's why I corrected what I said, Milksteak. I like, obviously you voted for it if you were interested in it. So I might put that on the poll again, because if there is at least some interest... Because I was thinking about not putting it on this one, because I wasn't, like, sure. It's like, maybe people only like them in the moment, but, like... No, if there's some interest, I wouldn't mind doing them. The sketch request streams, I wouldn't mind doing again, but I have to seriously like rework how I do them because last time was a mess, and it started to become kind of stressful. So it's Sky Hush. I love her, but she's such a pain in the butt sometimes. Ah! Might need to leave the house. Okay. Alright. Have fun. Hair with the butt. Thank you for reminding people that I do in fact accept tips. Fenbot, thank you for reminding folks about that. It's muchly appreciated. Okay, I might need to go and check up on that, because like now it's just getting obnoxious. Yeah, I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I just need to go check. It was a couple of things. It was people were in the kitchen, which is why she was whining. But Josh left to, or Void left to go pick up some Dairy Queen, and she was just like, oh, because she knows that means like like food, even though, you know, we don't give her the food, so I don't know. It's part of her breed. She's they're all about food and whatnot. I know that that's kind of normal for dogs, but like I believe that the original reason why Carolina dogs were even bred was for protecting like food stock and whatnot. So there you go. So Void and I ordered Dairy Queen. You both ordered medium blizzards. I got a large and he got a small. What the hell? Oh, that's so stupid. What the hell? Daryl Queen. Why? Why you like this? Daryl Queen. What is the meaning of this? That's not very queenly of you. Oh, that's so lame. Oh, it's so lame. You should get your money back for voids, because that's lame. That's really lame. I might actually change though, because I'm not digging how this looks. It looks a little awkward. It's so funny because now that you guys like ordered like Dairy Queen, it's like I'm super tempted to like order something like sweet, but it's like no, I must resist trying to eat better. It's last night's bad luck bleeding into today. Exactly. It's the 8-ball, always and forever. Yeah, you can get a refund for the small. Yep, you totally can. That's why I was advising you should go and get a refund for the smaller one, because that's a little stupid. I mean, I think it's kind of funny because it's like 2 mediums. Instead, they put half of the medium in one of them and made it like a large or something. I don't understand. I get the 8-ball loved me tonight. I guess so. He got back $5. Hey, $5. That can buy you like a sandwich. Yay, sandwich. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Chicken strips. Small burger. Colonel. Oh no, shocking Angie, cause chicken strips. Chicken strips. Shocking, why are you mad? Does it? I don't know. I've always thought they tasted a little kind of... I mean, they were alright, but like... I actually quite like their cheeseburgers, though. Their cheeseburgers are surprisingly good. I Angie cause small. Little and mad. I mean, I am small, but I'm not Angie. I mean, I was Angie last night, but that was just cause I ended up accidentally predicting that we would fight some feet. So, like, you know. I like them with gravy. You know what I actually really like? I've talked about this so many times on these streams now, but the all dressed Burger King the all dressed Burger King nuggets. Those are so good. Like they way better than they have any right to be. I don't know if you like strawberry cheesecake, but I do like strawberry cheesecake. We don't have any DQs around here. Is that right? Interesting. All right, I'm gonna start coloring now, and we might actually be able, and then we'll just have to type in the information. Then we might actually be able to finish this super quick. Because if you look, I only did the front closed, just because there's really isn't too much interesting going on in the back usually. So if there was, then I would do it. Or if I was doing like a more like in-depth like character sheet where it's like, oh, we're making this for like animation, or if I'm making this for like a comic, but you know. Not in this part of the county, at least. Well, if I was sharing with Kaze, but you can have some if I don't. Okay. Cool. I didn't know you were talking to Kaze, sorry. No, don't. I hate that. So, I'm just sitting here with Coke Zero, caffeine free, and a ginger peach soda. And prepping for the week. It's like about time. You were both good Fen friends. Me. So I just really quickly wanted to ask you guys about this. Blitzio had already mentioned this, but you sort of gave me an idea. I want to maybe consider doing a tip goal, and I want it to be for getting a fursuit. Because as you guys know, I've been waiting on like a partial of Fox for like well over a year now, and it's not that I don't necessarily think it's not coming. It's that it's not gonna be here for a long time. Like, I'm thinking until after all this sort of crazy COVID stuff is at least calmed down. Because and all due respect to the person who made the suit, because they're like a friend of mine, who made the button suit, because it's the same person. Unfortunately, it seems to have affected them in a really negative way, and it's made it like really hard for them to work. And I don't want to like make that sound like I'm trying to put like slander on them or anything, because again, they're a friend of mine, and I appreciate the fact that the hard work that they put into the Button's head. Unfortunately, the Button's head still doesn't have its hair, but okay, so I guess my question was less that and more was less whether or not you guys would be okay with it, because I know you guys would be fine with it. I guess my question now is more, do you guys know any good fursuit makers? Because something I would love to do is I would love to like have like webcams and whatnot, but as you guys know, I don't like showing my face. And I want to save the actually showing my face for something special. Like maybe like partner goal or something. Like once I feel like that we're close enough to partner, we could be like, if you guys help me reach to partner, I'll show you guys my face or something like that. But there, that for the record, future goal, that will be to get me to show my face, help me reach partner. And the only way we can really do that is to get more people to come in and watch the streams. So I only know of one, but I know the one you're talking about. I would rather not. The quality of their suits is excellent, but you know, and it doesn't have to be like a big one. Let's make it clear. In fact, if anything, I'd prefer a slightly smaller one with good quality, because they tend to not have as massive cues and are. I'm gonna redo the hands. I don't like them. Their cues don't tend to be as large, and they need more support. So you know. Who made Adler and Blazins? I have no idea. They both came from different suit makers. Adler and Blazin both came from different suit makers, so I don't know. Frilled Lizard, it's my friend's group company. Frilled Lizard, is that who I think it is a group? Because maybe I'll look into that. Yeah, okay. Are they currently, like, open? I mean, it won't be for a while because I still need to raise the... Oh, god damn it. Okay, you know, I'm gonna go back and fill it, because I just realized that there's some, like, gaps in the color and whatnot, and I don't want this to be, like... Ugh. But now I'm wondering, should I put a goal for getting better equipment first or a fursuit first? I'm not saying that this is going to be like the next thing that I do. It's more I'm just planning ahead, and I'd like to get your guys' opinion on this sort of thing. And this is all part of color 1, isn't it? Whatever. I will make do. I would say equipment, but the suit would be really nice, but if I want to get better equipment... A, it's easier to write off the equipment on my taxes. I don't think fursuit would, I mean, I guess I could say something like mascot suit and say that it's for promoting the work, but, like, you know. Whereas if I get, like, better equipment and whatnot, that's something I could put on my, I could write off on my taxes. I'd like to get, like, some more sound insulation and things like that. Because here's the thing. As you guys know, I stream in the basement. And even though the mic has sort of, like, a sound... It's kind of in, like, the soundproof box. That only covers so much. And I'd like to get some of the insulation on, like, the walls and things like that. So it would help better with noise insulation. Obviously, I'm going to wait until I get, like, my first suit. But a green screen would be cool. I would love to get a better computer so I can have, not that I would get rid of my PNG tuber because Rainy did such a good job. But, getting, like a proper, like, VTuber, I mean, also being able to do things like VR chat. I would love to do, like, VR chat streams where I hang out with some of you guys. That would be so cool. But my computer probably wouldn't be able to run a VR headset very well. If you could get the desk moved over against the finished wall in the basement, it might help. Maybe. That's definitely a case where that will have to come later. I would like to do that, but I want to have a model ready to go, and I want to have the VR headset ready to go as well. But A, VR headsets are expensive. B, my computer probably wouldn't be able to run it. And just making it clear to anyone who's wondering, I am not building my own computer. Screw that noise. I'm either going to pay someone to do it, or I'm going to buy, like, one of those prefabs. Because, yeah, I saw the Catacurse video. I don't trust myself to have a good time trying to build a good gaming PC. Sorry, everyone's always like, oh, well, building gaming PCs is so easy until, like, you know, they actually have to build the gaming PCs. And I'm just working on building my desktop. Yeah, I am super, I am not confident that I would be able to do it in any kind of, like, that is true. Void can make them. I could always, I guess, pay him a little extra to do it. I don't know. Again, one of my options was paying someone to do it. So, you know. Which is better, cookies or ice cream? I personally, or cake? By the way, bro dude, making use of the fact that this is an AMA stream. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. As for my opinion on that, I don't know. It really depends on my mood and what kind of each it is, I guess. I also have, my laptop is a prefab, but I didn't pay, I paid, I don't even remember how much I paid for it, but it was decently expensive, which is why it runs pretty well. Despite the, but to me, it's not a case of efficiency. It's a case of power, is the thing. Because my laptop has about 16 gigs of I think it's GDR RAM. But only 8 of that is dedicated to video, and the other 8 is dedicated to, like, processes. So it's like 8 gigabytes of VRAM and things like that. I think there is a way to redirect it, but I don't know how. I am not super savvy with the internals of computers. So, I mean, I know enough, but not, like, so much that, like, I could give you, like, a lowdown on how it exactly works and things like that. Yes, thank you for bringing the ice cream in after I like how I'm like, I'm gonna try and eat better today, and then it's like, nope, Dairy Queen. I mean, to be fair, it's just one thing, and it's not even a full thing of Dairy Queen, so whatever. Strawberry cheesecake. So, admittedly, I am not really actually, because if it's VRAM, I don't think it would be, I don't think it could redirect it like that. Not without, like, some super, like, not without finagling with it, and at that point, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Why does it end there? That's really strange. There we go. I could probably ask Josh about that. But the point is, while I do have 16 gigabytes of combined, I think it's GDDR RAM, only so much of it can go to so many resources. And VTubers and like VR headsets, they're very GPU intensive. So there you go. I apologize if that's I don't know, a bit disappointing that if you guys wanted me to do like VR chat things or whatever, that's gonna take a while. So you want to know what the only VR headset I own is? The Nintendo Labo VR headset, and I only got the headset. I didn't get it with all the extra crap. So you can order the extra crap online, and I want to at least try getting the weird elephant arm thing for the drawing, for the sort of 3D modeling program that's on the Labo, that comes packed in with the Labo. Speaking of which, I love how the game that comes with the Labo is a better overall like tech demo than something like 1-2 Switch ever was. On 1-2 Switch wasn't even didn't even come with the Switch. I can't wait for my desktop, honestly. My laptop hates FNF for some reason and I don't want to play it. Oh, does it? Why does it hate Friday Night Funkin'? Why does it hate Five Nights Freddy's? That's rude. That's very rude of your computer. I feel like I run more intensive games than they work, but FNF is like, nah. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's a very fast-paced game. Maybe that has something to do with it. Oh, I did the thing again. Oh well, who cares? I've been making that mistake a lot lately, where I've been like coloring on the wrong layer. It's not like a super huge deal, but for the sake of like me not ripping my hair out, it's kind of annoying. Actually, the last one is like mostly purple. Like it doesn't. Yeah, actually, because so this should basically just be all purple. Now that I'm like looking at it, just kind of for the sake of consistency, maybe like a strand of black or two, but like it should mostly be well, I say purple, it's more like magenta or something. But anyway. All right, so just real quick, Kaze, how does the art look? Does that look good? Fuchsia. Yeah, fuchsia. Thank you. Looking great. Awesome. Right, then I'm going to move on to the next part, which is just kind of adding text and whatnot, and then we're going to wrap it up. I think I used the Mortal Kombat 3 font for, so let's find a font that might work good for Saturn. Maybe I'll just go with the Mortal Kombat 3 font, because I do kind of like how that looks. I forget what it's called, though, is kind of the problem. I think it's like Cooper or something. No, that's the no, Cooper's the Garfield font. Oh, Dr. Cabal. Okay. I'm sure it has an actual name, but the one that I have calls it Dr. Cabal, so, or Dr. Cabal. DR Cabal, I don't know. Maybe that's like Dark Cabal. Maybe I'm just thinking more. Maybe I'm just thinking with my Mortal Kombat brain instead of actually, you know, thinking. Yes, but V Cyberpunk 20 versus Soul Survivor for Fallout 4, who would win? No idea. I guess V because, well, no. Because I was about to say V's got all like the crazy hacking stuff. But wouldn't be able to access Add the paw beans. All right, maybe I'll just like put like them off kind of like to like the side and be like, this is the color of his beans or something. Anyway, I was saying something about V, right? But V's like hacking tech and whatnot wouldn't be able to connect to the lone survivors kind of Pip-Boy or anything. So I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of like stick them like next to him here and be like beans or something. I'll call them like pads or something just to make it a little bit less weird. Blobs. Excuse me for stretching. Alright, so let's just type in like a little disclaimer here, just like paw pad color or something. It's a little weird, but whatever. Something like that good, Kaze, you think? Excuse me for existing. Mood. Yes, thank. No problem. So I'm just gonna... I guess I'll put like his like abilities and whatnot on one side, and so like fire, magic, user, don't worry, the text isn't gonna be fuchsia. Okay, I should keep it consistent. Let me just play some bass guitar. So there, that's kind of like things that he does, things that he can do, and now this will be more like personality traits. God, I hate that. No, I'm trying to click on the... Thank you. Hey, we're getting raided by Rainy with a party of 8. Thank you very much, Rainy. How you doing? Oh, hi. Hello, everyone who came during Rainy's raid. Raidy the Ram, I guess you could say. Big raid! How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just working on commissions here, so one artist to another. It's really great to see you. I'm Dr. Josh Fox. I'm a gender fluid variety streamer. Does everything like art you're seeing here to playing games like MMORPGs, to RPG, just regular RPGs, platformers, sim games, etc., etc. We're really glad to have you here, and I hope you decide to stick around. If you came on the raid, if you could refresh your page so that you'll be counted as... Hey, Calden! Thank you very much for the follow. Awesome. It's great to have some new folks here. Anyway, if you came on the raid, if you could refresh your page or just click on my icon and then click back to the stream, that will count you as both a raid viewer and just a regular viewer, because that's just how Twitch works for some reason. But yeah, we're super glad to have you here. Just working on some comms. Okay, so I might have to kind of proportion these a little bit. Maybe make this smaller. Here, let's make this... Let's actually like do the color now. Let's go back to this and make it a bit smaller so that there's more room for the other information, because it looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? A little bit more proportioned out. Got a dip, but I'll definitely catch your next stream. Meant to eat pho, but Rainy kept me forever. See you later, Keldon. How are you, Rainy? Also, hi, Fluffy Introvert. I had the raid queue and accidentally clicked before my outro, but yay, Josh Fox art to... Aw. How you doing, Rainy? I hope your stream went well. Also, I'm good. I did. I hope you're doing... I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited because of the raid and whatnot. Hey, we're now at 13 viewers. Awesome. Oh, and by the way, for anyone new who came during the raid, these art streams are also AMA, so as long as you keep it within reason, you can ask me a question or two. So feel free to do that. Bread bun bun. Oh, I guess I just missed the stream ending. It happens sometimes. Also, Kaze, how does this look? Oh, thank you. Just gotta wait for the owner of this particular character to let me know if everything's good to go. And then from there we can wrap this one up and I can start working on the next one. Actually, while we're waiting, I'm actually gonna real quickly go use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Again. Don't go away, folks. I'm back. No need to poke. So just point out that his bracelet gives him his powers, and, okay. Bracelet gives bracelets. Grants powers. And then I can kind of resize this and make it work a little better. Let me just, kind of line it up. Maybe give a little enter there. I mean, it looks a little weird, but I've always had kind of difficulty placing text and whatnot. Okay. A little smaller. All right. Reserved, a bit more outgoing with friends. No, I didn't put the height. Kaze, would you like me to put the height? Because I can put the height. Because, like, in the original ref, it's after the he-him, it's 6'1". I can, like, say 18, 6'1", he-him. It really wouldn't take that much time to add. Would you like me to add in the height? Oh, my height. No, I've never said my height. Okay, I'll add in, like, the height, and then that'll pretty much be everything. So we'll go 18. I think it's, like, a single mats. Alright, and that is Saturn's ref completed. Alright, awesome. Let me just, I should probably, well, you know, I'll, like, sig it, but I'll, like, make it, like, low, like, I'll, like, make it, like, low opacity somewhere. Let me just, oh no, that is not the font I wanted at all. Make it kind of small. Okay. Overlay. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Alright, so Kaze, just real quick. How's this looking? Also, I might lower the name a little bit so it's more in line with that stuff over there. But other than that, I think we're good to go. Let me just... Yeah, that looks better. Okay, awesome. Save. I will send it to you after the stream is done, my friend. Woo! We got another comm done. That's another thing to take off of the queue. Let me go to my queue and just clear that. All right, so next up, I have another piece I'm working on for actually someone else in the stream, my friend Haru. So I figured we could work on that because that one isn't super complicated either. So I could probably get that one done tonight. I don't know how long we're gonna stream for, but it's not gonna be super long because Hey, it's not gonna be super duper ultra mega long because Void and Pierce are gonna be streaming something together. I'm not sure what that is. Void, if you're watching, if you can let folks know what it is you guys are gonna be streaming, that would actually be like super helpful. So this one is just kind of a lounging piece. It's flat color and just a basic colored background as well, so not too much extra work has to go into this one. If I can get a couple of comms done tonight, that would be super dope. Oh, and Shock, and I just realized that might have technically been a question, and this is an AMA stream. I don't remember my exact height, but I'm about average height. Is in real life. Like real talk for a second. In real life, I am actually like fairly average height. I am not super tall, but I'm not super short either. I can reach the back shelf, but I'll probably have to tiptoe to do it. Is a good way to do it. I'm like 5'4". Oh, short. Not that there's anything wrong with being short, of course. Just as there's nothing wrong with being tall or average. 5'3". Oh, really? You're actually... Oh, I actually didn't know you were, I didn't know you were also small in real life. Interesting. I think I'm like 5'9" or something. It's something like that. Actually, no. I think I have said that what my height is before. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't remember if I said it in a stream, but I think I said it in a video. Back when I still did those. By the way, Foxtails is still a thing. Don't worry. I just haven't had the drive to work on it. Sorry. It will be a thing. I'm just taking some time away and just not focusing on it right now. But I'll get back to it. Don't worry. I'm also thinking of like the last video I was working on before I lost the thing was I was working on another tier list video. I think I should mention I was able to recover the original files for that and whatnot. So maybe I'll edit that together and do something with that. But like, but for the time being, I just don't want to think about editing videos right now. I'm 5'11", shorties. A little short, 5'6". Must be nice to be leggy. My height was one of the reasons I chose to make myself. I just chose to make myself a Fen because Fennec's are cute and awesome and like my favorite animal. So. Despite the fact that I am short IRL, my soda being a rabbit, I like to make them incorrect. Toll rabbit, 27 by 32. The ant size no store seems to carry. I am, no, I have long legs. I've been told my pant length is 32. I am not that short, but I am a very small person. If that makes any sense. So shopping for clothes is surprisingly difficult. Lap friend. Oh no. That's I guess a good way to put it, yeah. Oh, their Sona is Toll. Yes. Chase is Toll. I had another sonar. Her name was Lilith. I don't really draw her anymore. I more want to use her like in a story or something. But she was like a black cat. She was also fairly short. She was taller than like say Fox was, or even Buttons was, but she was still fairly like short. They're a little shorter than they used to due to the fact that they're lop ears rather than pointy ears. Both are good. Skylar, thank you. Skylore. Let the Skylar. Then it crumbers. And then... I don't know what I'm doing. That looks like garbage. I was getting like Bevanfield, like horsehair kind of feels from that, so let us re-evaluate how we're drawing the fluff here. No one's gonna know what I'm talking about. Except for maybe Corgi. Babida. I went from lop ears to match my hair. That's fair. What would Fox's height be as a pathetic? Not you are. I don't think I've ever specified. Short. He is short. That's his height. His canonical height is short. And the same goes for the female variant. Their height is short. And obviously, when I'm feeling more NB, I usually use the male design to go with it, because I don't know. I actually don't know why. That's just kind of how it normally plays out, I guess. Hi, T-Chap! Bread's canonical height is very tall. Yeah, like, he doesn't have a canonical height. He just is. Hi, T-Chap. How is Borb? Welcome to stream. Oh yeah, so last night was definitely a drug-induced fever dream, right? Yeah, obviously. Obviously, none of that actually happened, guys. It's alright, we don't have to worry about it. It's okay. None of it ever happened. Ever. It was for Void. 8-Ball hates Void. Nothing bad ever happened. Ever. But how is Burb? Is Burb good? It's nice to see you on stream. Bread was originally a throwaway sketch character. Interesting. And now they're your Sona. I like that their name is Bread, by the way. Bread. It's a good name for a bunny. Burbs don't really like bread. Give Seeb. Yes, give Seeb. Give Seeb. Bread! Seeb! Their name used to make a lot more sense. They were like brown with dark brown patches. Give Seebs to bird. Yes, I give Seebies to all my burb friends. And we were there and we were feeding the pigeons. And I was like, Orville, why are we feeding the pigeons bread, Orville? And he was all like, well, I thought they birds like bread. And I was like, well, you can give them bread, but it ain't good for them, Orville. We should be giving them seeds, Orville. Because you know what they eat, the bread, they start getting fat. And I don't like the bread as much, Orville. Now they are pink and rainbow. Yes, good! Sparkle Bud! Aw, happy teach-up face. So, just as a gentle reminder to the people watching, while I'm working on commissions, I also do accept tips. Tips are a great, easy way to help support the stream and help me pay for things like equipment, games, potential repairs, and of course, let me pay my rent and for food. So it's very much appreciated. You are under no obligation to donate, but donates are very helpful. I still have a character I never finished drawing. I showed you with yes, it was the fox with the red cybernetic eye. I remember that. I've been wondering about that because you were all like, oh, we got this character here, and then you never finished it. So I was like, well, maybe they just got bored of that character. I don't know. That happens to me a lot, actually. Hey, thank you very much for the tip, Milk Steak. $5 for the seed fund. Yay, we're gonna get more of our burb friends some CBs. The original Sona was a character named Book, which was an avian, but hey, thank you very much for the donation. $1. Oh no, Bigfoot! He's outside my house! Whoa! Guys, if I suddenly disappear, you know why. It's Bigfoot. Thank you for petting, Fenbot Haru. It was an avian bun. Oh, cool. More like I've been so stressed that it's impacted me creatively. Okay, that's also very fair. That is very fair, Kaze. I'm just wondering, with how I drew the shirt, how am I gonna make the tail white? You know what? If it just kind of like drapes off to the side here, I'll just add like a little bit of definition there, and it should be fine. We'll see, and I'll play around with it, but like it should be fine as if I just kind of leave it so it kind of hangs over, and then the kind of character, then like the person looking or whoever can kind of use their imagination and fill in some of the gaps. That's how I normally go with like clothes that theoretically shouldn't be able to have tails, but I'm just like, you know what, I want to give it tails anyway because it looks cool, you know? Sometimes you gotta just forego the logic if it helps to create something that's more visually striking or better fits the design. In this case, Haru does have a tail, so, but he wanted this outfit, so there you go, you know? The weirdest thing is that people seem to really like Book. I got fan art of him, which was strange. Hey, I mean, fan art's always fun. Maybe there was some value in Book. Do I believe in supernatural phenomenon? Yes, I do. I'm not like super inclined to believe that every little bump in the night is a supernatural phenomenon. I think that we as humans very rarely, very, very rarely interact with them. But I do think it happens. There are definitely situations where it's like, oh, yeah, there's definitely some kind of, like, spoopity spoop for. Like I like ghost shows and whatnot. I don't buy that. It's like so like staged and phony. But that doesn't mean I don't believe in like ghosts and like other supernatural phenomena. Maybe not necessarily in the way that it's often described in like shows and classic mythology, but in some form. I've seen many ways for shorts and pants to fit with tail. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's just there's a lot of different ways, and you can kind of fill in the gaps. Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm convinced I've had a couple supernatural encounters, which is so funny because I just said that it's... I should rephrase. It's not that I don't think that people encounter ghosts and other supernatural phenomenon fairly frequently. It's that I don't think that, like, it's been documented nearly as much as a lot of, like, shows and whatnot would have you believe. How did you feel about Yahoo Answers shutting down? Meh. Sorry, I know that unfortunately now we can't ask if we get pregnant, but eh. You know, I'm gonna see if I can find the extended of this. Oh, I can't actually find it extended. Oh, hang on. Let me, there's a playlist actually, so let me see. It's only for 10 minutes. Angry. You know what? Hang on. On the topic of the supernatural, do you still think your place is haunted? I think you mentioned that a while back or something similar. But what about the Luigi board? Yeah, what is a Luigi board? We'll never know. On the topic of the... Oh, okay, yeah, so I already read that. Yes, I do still think that my place is haunted. Do I think that the ghosts are hostile? No. No, I don't. Maybe they'll dink around and be silly, but I don't think that they're hostile. I don't think that supernatural beings are inherently hostile. Now, I could be completely wrong about that. I should mention, this is all based on just observation and hunches, so I could be completely wrong. But as far as I'm convinced, yeah, pretty sure the place is haunted. I mean, it would explain the 8-ball. Alright. I mean, I've had some weird experiences here myself, but I'm gonna... Yeah, it's like, it's just been, like, weird things where it's like, I think I see something out of the corner of my eye. Things have been, like, moved around when I don't remember them getting moved around. Things like that. Just small things. Nothing super hostile or dangerous. Just small things. Just small little things. Just, you know. Now, it could be my overactive imagination, obviously, but... Void, you're a cutie. You've had a fear experiences? Yeah, I think a lot of people have. It's more just how vivid those experiences are, and, you know... Again, there's a reason why I don't think that most... In fact, I very few videos or whatnot I see do I actually think it's like, oh, well, then there's a ghosty, because it's like, it's not... It just all feels so staged and phony. But to be fair, it's all based on my own experiences, and it's based on something that I don't completely, like, that I don't think anyone completely understands. Again, for all I know, I might just be a kook, and all of this is wrong, but, you know. Like waking up and hearing a whole conversation while being right. Yeah. Yeah, like I've had kind of similar things, though I think that might have just been me being half asleep rather than any kind of like spooky, scary skeleton stuff. But yeah, I do still think that my house is haunted. Benign, but the spirits are benign as far as I can tell, but I do think that the house is haunted, yes. Thank you for the question, Kaze. Also, thank you for the earlier question, Milksteak, about Yahoo Answers and whatnot. And I believe you also asked about the supernatural phenomena. Oh, and thank you, Fenbot, for reminding people that I do, in fact, accept tips. Tips are a great way to help the stream keep going. It'll help me to buy better equipment. It'll help me to have money in case anything needs repairing or replacing, possibly getting a fursuit in the future, have stuff that can help me better interact with the community, and, of course, helps me to do things like pay for internet and live. You know, things that are kind of necessary for me to stream. Yes, help to pay the evil internet man for a service that barely works most of the time. Those things can really be said for all. Yeah, no, ISPs are evil. I just actually the NDP is moving to make internet a universal sort of like human right thing where basically anyone can have access to it. Or they're trying to do something. Now that's going to take a long time. That's not something that they could just do if they were to get elected, but like that would take a long time. But I would love that. That would be great. They're also working towards universal basic income and that sort of thing. I don't know if any of this will ever pan out. After all, politicians are still politicians, but hey, these are policies I can get behind. The NPD, by the way, is a the NDP, NPD. That the NDP, by the way, is a political party here in Canada. They're the new Democratic Party. I think that's on a federal level. The best snack? Oh, jeez. Just to kind of munch on casually, salt and vinegar chips are probably my go-to snack. Followed closely by, like, Sour Patch Kids. I actually have a thing of Sour Patch Kids, and I'm really tempted to go get them, but I must not because I already had my cheesecake ice cream for dessert. So, nope, not doing that anymore. Maybe next time. Maybe tomorrow. But right now I've already had my my sugary kind of sweet thing for the day, so I'm good. They aren't liberal conservative, so I doubt that they would. Yeah, it's just like it is in the States. It's, you better not be a third party or else. Or else. To be fair to the NDP, they've gotten much closer than I think any given American third party has over there, but I might be mistaken about that, actually. Coffee Crisp is good, yeah. I mean, you could always run over to, like, the gas station or, like, Shoppers and grab one. You did say you were thinking about running out for a minute, and admittedly that was because of dog noise, and I know that you can get overwhelmed by sound. I mean, I can too. But, like, you know, if you still feel like that, you can always run out and grab some. That'd be cool. I think next time I get a snackle, I'm gonna get myself something like peanuts. It's sort of like a step in the right direction for my snacking habits, you know? It's a little bit healthier. And those tend to last longer for me than chips do. Because I'm less likely to want to get into them because they don't have as much of the stuff in the chips that makes you want to eat them and eat them and eat them and eat them, you know? Because, like, I'm able to polish off, like, a bag of chips in, like a big party bag of chips in, like, an afternoon. But, a thing of peanuts usually takes me quite a while. 8ball's been active on my dashboard to keep the rivalry going. Oh, no. It's dark and I don't want to spend the money. That's fair. Yes, they do have the second. That's what I was talking about earlier. The NPD is something different. The NDP generally has done better as a third party than most American third parties tend to. They've gotten very close on a number of. And if he didn't pass away, I still am 100% convinced that Jack Layton could have won the election that year. I'm still 100% convinced. He had like this Lester B. Pearson style kind of charisma about him, and I think that could have really tipped the favors, the scale in the favor of the NDP if he didn't pass away. I'm actually surprised his because I was about to say that they didn't do better that year out of sympathy, but then I remember, oh wait, no, they became like the Shadow Cabinet that year, I think. So, hi Choco. Oh god, you're adding more responses. Why would you do that? Hi Choco, it's good to see you. I'm too spooked to go out alone at night. That is fair. That is very fair. I don't like going out at night alone. It's the 3DS Mii Maker music. We had the Wii U one on, and I tried to find the Wii U friend list menu extended, but I can only find it for like 10 minutes. So I'm just like, whatever. Let's just go to the 3DS kind of characters, like Mii Maker menu. So that my RNG improves. Okay, I'm just gonna tidy up the line work, and then I'm gonna get your opinion on this, Haru. Sounds like it would fit in Wind Waker. Well, if D was here, I'm sure they would say something to the effect of that it's probably using a lot of the same sound samples. I won't. Yes, I remember. I used to play the 3DS a lot until my parents had to sell it to the pawn shop because we were so low on money. Oh, God. I'm really sorry about that. I've been there. I mean, not with my parents, but we have been there where we had to, where we had to sort of start selling some of our stuff because we were so low on money. I have been there. It's not pleasant. I played my 3DS for a real long time, but at some point I just kind of stopped. It was probably, if I'm being honest, it was probably when the Switch came out, because I do tend to kind of stop lately. I do tend to kind of, when a new Nintendo console or handheld comes out, I do tend to jump to that platform, even though, you know, the Game Boy Advance is still, like, my favorite. So, but I really liked my 3DS. I do wish that there was a few more, like, games I specifically would have been into. It was like a lot of like obscure kind of like occult JRPGs were some of the best titles on the system, and those aren't always my cup of tea. Sometimes they can be. I mean, I like Shin Megami Tensei, for God's sakes, and at least up until recently, it was kind of hard to get more cult than Shin Megami Tensei. Again, up until fairly recently, because then Persona got popular, and then ergo Shin Megami Tensei got more popular, and you get the idea. Mara. Ha. D is okay. How did that even... Okay, so my cord for my laptop just jettisoned out of my computer for some reason. Just give me a second. D's alright. I've been speaking with them. They're good. They're good. But the Wii will never die. I've had mine since it came out. I still use it quite often. Hey, hey, my, Nintendo Wii will never die. When it comes to Wii titles, I tend to use my Wii U because it's right there. It's an HD, and sure, that makes most of the games look worse, but it's just more convenient setting it up that way because we don't really have a TV that's like not HDMI compatible, like that's compatible with like our RCA or whatever. So it's like, I have a Switch. They were the only Nintendo console I owned growing up. Now I have a Switch, a GameCube, and a SNES Mini. Mostly because homebrew. That's fair. That's fair. It is really easy to homebrew your Wii. I've actually never done that. I've never homebrewed my Wii. If I wanted to play like a mod or something, I had to either manually load it or use a thing that Nintendo doesn't like. It was the Ghost of... It might have been. I don't know. It was probably actually my chair. Yeah, also I've noticed this was my Wii U, but my Wii games apparently have a longer lifespan than the Wii U than if I played it on the Wii. You mean like... You know what? I think I know what you mean. Like if the disc is scratched, the Wii U can read it better. It's fun fact. Actually, I had games like my copy of Sonic Gems Collection. I can't play it on a GameCube, but it works just fine on a Wii. I don't know why that is. It just works well on a Wii. It might just be because the actual like the laser reader whatever thing is more advanced. I don't know. I mostly had Sony. I had Sony and Nintendo growing up. So I and a little bit of Sega peppered in there, and a tiny bit of Microsoft because I did get an Xbox, but really it was my dad's Xbox. I mean, we got it, but he ended up mostly using it. I was fine with that because I mean, like it's fine. It's something for him to do. I didn't really care. Oh right, AMA time. What is the best Wii game? Well, I'm in... Because I know what my answer is, but I don't know if everyone will like that answer. I will say, I think objectively, it's probably like Super Mario Galaxy. Yes, it is Epic Mickey, yes. It is my favorite Wii game. It is probably objectively Super Mario Galaxy, but... And I love Super Mario Galaxy. Those games are incredible. But I have my biases, and anyone who knows me knows why. So I was mostly Nintendo growing up. Got some experience with Sony because of the third-party stuff. Went Microsoft for a few years, then went back mainly to Nintendo. Also indie games. Yeah, I've been playing a lot more like indie games and whatnot, especially like thanks to like the fact that surprisingly the Wii U had some decent indie support. The Switch has had some good indie support, and of course Steam. Not that I have a ton of indie games on my Steam, because I actually do not use my Steam very often outside of streaming, so... Mostly because I just don't really like the Steam interface very much. I know that that's not a super popular opinion, but... I mean, maybe it is, I don't know. But even now that I have my gaming PC, I'm not, like, super into PC gaming, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I had access to Nintendo and Sega growing up, but I also had Xbox and Xbox 360, but still mostly PlayStation. Yeah, like, I guess I grew up with a lot of PlayStation because that was what my mom was into. Because she liked Final Fantasy, like, and Final Fantasy 7 was on, like, the, which is, like, her, I think it's her favorite. It was on the PlayStation, 8 was on the PlayStation and whatnot. So we had a PlayStation, and then we got, a PlayStation 1, which is, like, the mini version of the original PlayStation. And we got that. And then we got a PS2 a few years later, and yeah, I'm really glad that we did that, because the PS2 is one of my favorite systems of all time. But before that, we were more surrounded by, like, Nintendo and things like that. Like even when we had, like, the PlayStation and whatnot, the Nintendo 64 was what we got. We all got a GameCube. Because they were, like, $99. My dad had a NES and a SNES. We had a SNES. It was, favorite Wii game is Go Vacation, followed by Super Mario. I remember you saying that you actually really liked Go Vacation. I've never played it. Sorry to say, I never played Go Vacation, so I can't speak for it. So, just real quick, Haru, how are we liking the line work here? It's looking awesome. Okay, sweet. Then I'm just gonna real quickly tidy up some of the details, and then we'll move on to the next part. I'm not really sure what this thing he's laying on is supposed to be. This part here is probably just gonna get cut off because it is kind of long and awkward, and it's just kind of there. So I'm just gonna, like, hang on. There we go. That will be the cutoff. I mean, there's so much Nintendo stuff, and I really want to change that. I played so much Nintendo stuff! I never mentioned Sega. It was mostly Sonic on the GameCube, but I had one of those plug-and-play things of growing up that had stuff like Alex Kidd and Altered Beast. I had, my first proper console exposure to Sega was a Sega Genesis when I was, like, 3 or 4. And the first Sonic game I ever experienced was Sonic and Knuckles. I had no idea what I was doing, but I liked the colors and everything was pretty and cool and fun. So I was like, yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. I was gonna say Sonic Colors. Sonic and Knuckles was the first, just on its own, not Sonic 3 Knuckles, just Sonic and Knuckles was my first Sonic game. I don't think it was my first exposure to Sonic, but it was my first Sonic game. It might have been. I don't know. But it was definitely my first Sonic game. Because the kids of the person that my mom was dating at the time, they had a Sega Genesis. So they also had a PlayStation and Bubsy 3D. So I got to experience Bubsy 3D as a kid. And I had no idea what was going on. I liked the death animations because they were funny and weird and kind of scary. What was everyone's first video game they ever owned? Mine was Frogger 2 on the PS1. Yours was Heroes, Spot 4. Technically, the first game that was ever bought specifically for... Hey! Poppin'! 6-month gift subscription crusade has entered month 4! I demand you have a good day or else you shall be sent to the stonky dimension. Okay, fine, jeez. First game SpongeBob for my first Sonic experience was the first game. That's fair. Hey, thank you very much for staying sub for this long, Poppin'. Very much appreciated. For Sonic at least, first ever. I don't know, probably Mario 64, Luigi's Mansion. First, that's not Sonic. Look at the cozy emote. As for first ever, the first ever game that I owned, or that was specifically bought for me, that I remember was either Sonic Adventure 2 or it was Donald Duck Going Quackers on the Game Boy Advance. It was one of those two. Oh, okay. Mario 64 is great, even if it is very, like, old. I think it's so funny to me that, like, people are, like, just now, when 3D All-Star come out, just now realizing that the old game is old! That, like, I mean, it's not the first 3D platformer. I mean, there was stuff like Jumping Flash before it, and there's this other, like, PC game that came in, like, 1993 by, like, a French dev. I don't remember its name. But, for, like, the first widely available, fully, like, free-to-move kind of 3D platformer of its kind of style, of course it's aged. Like, no duh! Alpha Waves, thank you. And you play as, like, this triangle. It's very strange. It's very, very old school. Not that old school is bad, but anyway. But yeah, Mario 64. Yeah, it's definitely aged in some spots. Not to the point where I think it's, like, particularly janky, but there are definitely moments of... like, you know, I still love it, though. I have a very warm spot for it in my heart, though. I just think it's, like, so funny that people are only just now recognizing that it's kind of janky. It's like, really? Really? You're just recognizing it now? How long has it been since you've played it last? Hell, the jank is part of the speedrunning. Which, unfortunately, is not as easy to do as the, on the Switch version, because it's based on the Shindo version, which in some respects is good, because it adds in some little improvements and some little tweaks here and there, which makes the game easier, or, like, easier to control and all that, and adds rumble. But on the flip side of that, it also means that, the exploits are a little bit harder to do. And you can't do the infinite back jump or anything, so that people aren't going to be... Here's the thing. The problem is nostalgia. I mean, yeah, true. I just more think it's funny that now people are suddenly recognizing that, where it's like, again, it's like, I have nostalgia for a lot of games, and even I can look at them and recognize that, like, yeah, this is, like, okay, I love the Sonic Adventure games, but, like, in fact, Sonic Adventure 2, when I'm not 100%ing it, is, like, my favorite game of all time. But, like, I can look back at it and 100%ing it, but a few other things where it's like, oh, that is old. That is so old. The first Sonic Adventure is very similar, where it's like, yeah, that game's very old. And I find 3D games like that, which is ironically the generation I grew up with, I find they tend to age worse than 2D games do, both on a presentation and a mechanical standpoint. Which is more annoying, the Chuckster or Hazy Maze game? The Chuckster. The Chucksters. Absolutely no question. The Chucksters. The Chucksters. The Chucksters. Absolutely no question. Here's the thing. I was willing to try 100%ing SA2. I will not 100% Super Mario Sunshine again. No, sorry. DAI, I'm assuming that's... I don't know what that is. Still looks pretty good. I see your Chuck's and raise you Pachinko. Ugh. Mario 64 is such a massive nostalgia train behind it. It's kind of hard to point out its faults without a mob coming back to say it's the best 3D platform of all time. I feel like that's kind of what it was like for, if you remember, like, Final Fantasy VII for a while. People would get, like, if you pointed out that Final Fantasy VII had any issues, which it does, and I love that game. I adore that game. But it definitely has issues. And it was like that for a while. And then it was almost like the opposite, where you couldn't like Final Fantasy VII, or else people would be like, man, you're just a nostalgia blindness. You're a nostalgia whore, and like things like that. I just think it's like so funny that nowadays, like now with like the 3D All-Stars being a thing that was available, thanks Nintendo, people now kind of recognize that, yeah, this game was kind of old, and like the other games are just mechanically more solid for the most part. I love 7, but I think 9 is bad. Yes. Yeah. Yes, 7 is like my second favorite, but like 9 is like my favorite. 9 is my baby. I love 7, but I 5's pretty good. 5 is pretty good. It's just vibing to the music. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to go quiet all of a sudden. Sometimes, I mean, obviously when you're drawing, that just happens, where you just go quiet while you're vibing to the music. And just a reminder to people, if you have any questions, this is an AMA stream, so within reason, I will be happy to answer your questions. Just shout them up, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Would you rather stream Shrek Extra Large or the B-movie game? I would rather stream Extra Large because there's more, like, of a kind of inside joke meminess to it for this household. My least favorite game of all time? Fable 3. Is it the worst game I've ever played? No, that's probably, like, something like Big Rigs. But the worst game, my least favorite game is probably Fable 3. Why are you such a kid? I'm not, though! Big Rig. Shrek Extra Large is, a Shrek game that came out for the GameCube. It's technically a re-release of the Shrek game that came out on the Xbox, the Shrek launch title on the Xbox. It is not very good. It is very poorly put together. The sound design is absolutely atrocious. The graphics are ugly. The mission structure is terrible. Nothing provides you any kind of feedback. You run it like 1,000,000 miles an hour when you use the sprint button, but the levels are not designed for that sort of thing. Nothing looks like Shrek except for Shrek, and even then he doesn't really look like Shrek. He kind of looks like a demented toddler painted up as Shrek. And it's just terrible and horrifying and disgusting. Shrek Extra Large implies the existence of a Shrek Large, Shrek Medium, and Shrek Small. Yep, they're there. They're out there somewhere, and you will have to confront them someday. How much right now for you to stream it? $200. It wouldn't be right now because we're in the middle of an art stream, but $200. I stream that. Okay, Corey, just to make it clear, if I am streaming Shrek Extra Large, we're streaming it together. Like, that's a thing we're doing together. Make it the bonus stream. I might, actually. That won't be... Well, no, because now... Because... No, Corgan, you need to finish get suffer. I didn't say I wouldn't. No, because, like, I'm not saying I would pull Corgi away from streaming Kingdom Hearts, but I would want her to join me for Shrek Extra Large, is the thing. Will it be... yes! Void. Yes, it will. It's Shrek Extra Large. Please, I want you to look up... Anyone who isn't familiar, look up Shrek Extra Large. Well, that's because I haven't streamed it yet. Do the roar. Hi, Tex. You know what? I don't know. I don't know, Haru. How do you feel about the line work? You think it's ready to move on to the coloring phases now? Tex. How you doing, Tex? Yeah? Okay, we're gonna move on to the coloring then. And just to be clear, if we do Shrek Extra Large, I'm not 100%ing it. I'm probably not even gonna finish it. I'm probably gonna do a few streams of it, but I'm not looking to finish it. If I eventually get kind of tired and frustrated of it, it is stopping, so... There's only so much mental duress I can... But then again, if I'm streaming with someone else, it shouldn't be that hard, honestly. $2. Scared I would donate $200 for Shrek? A little bit, yeah, because, I mean, it's not the first time you've done something like that, man. Need I remind you, in total, you donated $201 for the Sonic Adventure streams. Both of them in lumps, at least in lump sums. So... Okay, I will put up a goal for streaming Shrek Extra Large. I am not going to 100% it. Looks to see Shrek Extra Large staring at me. Aw, yeah. So I will put up... That's a tip ticker. I'm looking for, that's a donation goal. Okay, add source. We'll call it the Shrexy goal. That is fair. Why do y'all want me to 100% it? I'm not even sure how you'd go about doing that. Okay, guys, here's the deal. You have until next week to get me to stream it. So that's the 12th, I think. Starting today. No, it's the 13th. But today's the 6th. It wouldn't be... No, 7. I'm stupid. Okay, so yeah, the 13th. You have until the 13th to get this done. So that's April. So it's 04... 13. Why has God abandoned suffering? Help me. So yeah, I'm starting with $2 because, I mean, yeah, that's clearly what that was for. Let's be real. Throw money at Fox for sure. I'm not gonna argue if y'all want to throw money at me, okay? I mean, there is an upper limit, like, i.e., if somebody wanted me, like, stream Fable 3. I'm not doing that. I will join if somebody else wants to stream it, but I'm not gonna stream it myself. But Shrek is different. Tex. You got me doing the Shrek voice, except that I can't do the Shrek voice. I can't even do the Scottish. So I'm just gonna talk and complain a little bit in the Shrek voice. Except that it's not even really a Shrek voice. Donkey! Donkey! Shrek just tripped out. Play me, Fox. Play me. I wonder who donated that! I wonder who donated that. Hey, donkey! Donkey! I can't believe this is happening. Can I just say I'm impressed and incredibly proud of how much you've improved as an artist. Thank you very much, Haru. That does mean a lot. Yes, I do remember when we first met and I was still drawing like super flat characters with legs that are like super and arms that were like super long. I don't remember if you guys remember this particular episode of Fox Tales, but I think it was the Teenage Edgelord episode when I looked back at some of my old art and just, oh my god, it's not good. It's not good. Aw, you guys are so sweet, thank you. I do still feel like I have a lot to learn, but then again, every artist does, right? Every artist has a lot to learn. Even some of like the greats, like the all-time greats, they still, obviously will always have things to learn. Exactly. Maybe not in the same ways that I need to improve, but then again, everyone's art journey is different, right? I'm sorry, I'm still on. Play me, Fox. Play me. Oh, that is so intimidating. I think that's more intimidating than Bigfoot. Speaking of which, Bigfoot never broke into my house, so I'm guessing he decided to give up when he couldn't get inside. Coward! Donations with threatening auras. Maybe I should start that as like a Twitter. Maybe that'll encourage people to donate. Donations with that. Then again, I mean, like, some people might take it a bit far. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I mean, okay, so I don't want to get too much into detail about this, but I had someone make some unsavory fan art of my Sona fairly recently. And in the defense, when I asked them to take it down, they took it down. They just didn't seem to get the problem at first. And final health care. If someone donates final health care to me, I give up, man. Big oof. Yeah, it was a big oof. It was like, why are you drawing my Sona like this? I don't want to say what it was, and I don't want to give names. Final Fantasy healthcare. And I don't want to give names. Not that I think you guys would do anything, but, like, it's more just, I just, for their privacy, I don't want to give names, but, like, yeah, it was definitely uncomfortable. It was like, you are aware this is my Sona, right? Like, I use this to represent myself. And oof.jpg. Yeah, it was oof.jpg. And that's basically what I told them. I didn't say it quite that forwardly because I get the feeling that they just didn't know better, but it was like, I did explain it to them as clearly as I could. They also were kind of obsessively messaging me about things beforehand, and it was like, you're one of those. And I don't mean like casual things. Just, hey, I have this idea for an art. I have this idea for an art. I have this idea for an art. I'm like, yeah, that's great. You can pay me for it. You know? That's a little mean. And even then, I probably wouldn't have done them because a lot of them were also very kind of, you were very clearly simping for my Sona. And there's kind of an upper limit to that, man. I'm sorry. I'm not selling you Fox's bathwater. That just isn't happening. It was both. Kaze, it was both. It was both. For a harem character, I think there's too much clothing. That's true. That's how you know he's an older harem character. Gamer and big bathwater. No. No Genbi bathwater for them. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. It's meant. Actually, no, I don't think that's. Ah, jeez, I love it. I love it when the pen randomly goes off. That is part of the line art. Crap. Okay. Okay, so Harry, just a quick question. The clothes are kind of blending in with the fur. Would you mind if I made them a little darker? Genbi. But yeah, would you mind if I make the clothes a little darker so that they pop against the... You use the mask... So, use the mask color. Okay. But, like, that's not what it looks like on the sheet that you said. Ah! What's one thing I like about the modding community? Okay, well, first of all, good night, my dude. Second of all, the ingenuity. It's taking something that, like, already, like, exists... and just kind of reworking it and giving it, like, your own spin. To me, especially something that complex, it's going to be very dark. Yeah, it is dark, but I'd rather it be pretty dark than being, like... than blending in with the fur, you know? But yeah, I just think it's just the dedication and the ingenuity in the modding community is super cool. Like we're talking like this is like I mean there's technically multiple modding communities, but if we're counting them all as one, we're talking like people modding like console games like Super Smash Bros. Brawl and the same type of things you'd see like in like Skyrim and whatever. We're seeing like we've seen like so much crazy modding stuff. Details aren't going to show. Not necessarily. I can still see it. I mean, I don't know. Haru, do you think it's okay? Because ultimately, the main thing that matters is Haru. Do you think that this looks too dark? Because if so, I am more than happy to brighten it up. I think it's fine? Okay. Then we will go with that for now. If you change your mind, let me know. But yeah, I can see the details and things like that. Of course, I'm also zooming in and out, and I have the higher resolution screen, so it's like I mean, I can't English today. Just gonna say it super quick. Hi, Lostman. How you doing? Can anyone actually English? I mean, English is basically like a mutant language that was mostly made out of shorthand, so, you know, technically not. Stare at words long enough and you will hate English. If you hear a word enough times, it stops sounding like a word. It just starts sounding like noise. Still alive in the wasteland of Southern Ontario. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. Southern Ontario. Mountain Mama. Half of this language makes cereal. So okay. The thing is that we often go so hard on English for it. I feel like most languages are like that. Like French especially. Jeez, French is such a crazy language. I hate the English language. It's basically the the Nina of languages. Get French, but I didn't say that! Slow down there, buddy. I did not say that. Ah. Monkland is South Ontario, right? I think so, yeah. So how are things over in Monkland? Waits for someone to get my references. You see, when I think of Nina, I think of Tekken, so that's kind of lost on me, I'm afraid. Hi, Style! I didn't realize you were the one who was saying, sorry, we've got like 10 people in here with red names on my end. Not much. We finished up one of Kaze's commissions, and now we're finishing up a call I have for my friend Haru, who's actually in the chat right now. So, that's exciting! I think of Nina Cortex. English is the result of Britain getting invaded. Yes, it is! By both Germans and French. Think more Ed. What? Oh no! It's a Chimera language. Okay. Oh, Nina. Okay. Very nice. Nice. Yes. How are you doing, Style? By the way, we have a donation goal now for people to get me to play Shrek Extra Large. Because that's just what these streams are now. Leaves the chat, asks 8-Ball for advice. Magic 8-Ball, will Fox ever stream a Shrek Extra Large? No. I am drawing my friend Haru's character for a commission. It's sort of a combination of these two. It's this character wearing a sort of modified version of this outfit. Wink, wink. It tells me to get effed. It's so funny though, because when I actually did, because when I said that, the will Fox ever play Shrek Extra Large, I wasn't trying to shill, but about halfway through it, I realized, oh my god, it sounds like I'm shilling. But hey, I mean, whatevs, man, if it works. Standing outside in the rain. Hey, is it raining? A Fallout tabletop RPG coming out. Ooh, sexy. Only mods can do that command. Oh, it's not raining out? Okay. I thought it was raining. I was like, is it raining? Why are you standing out in the rain? Why am I standing out here in the rain? Oh, you're doing the yeah the leaving. You mean that thing that I always do whenever things get exceptionally cursed? Yes. Yes. All right. So anyway, what was yesterday's stream? Yesterday's stream was... Oh, Style, your name changed color for some reason. Did you come back? Did you leave and come back? It just was. But the same people who did the tabletop game without Liberty Prime Mime. I changed it. Oh, okay. I, don't know that one, I'm afraid. Sorry. Sorry, I got nothing. Oof, they're gonna be the same color. That looks super weird. I might actually just tone it down a little. That looks a little better. A little bit less weird going on there. Okay, see you in a bit, Kaze. Boot. Wasteland Warfare. I've only really played a handful of tabletop RPGs, and by that I mean I've only really played like 3. Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, and there's this other one that I forgot. Oh no, 4, because there was one that I forgot, but there was also the Doctor Who tabletop RPG. So I've only played a handful. How late am I going tonight? I don't want to go too late, because I don't want to step on Nat and Void's stream too much. Not that I think that, like, it would be too much of an issue. It's more just, you know, that's going to be a dope stream. That and, you know, these commissions aren't taking terribly long, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Our internet is a how. Do you mean ho? Yeah, there you go, ho. How is our internet such a ho? Alright. There we go. It's kind of the brighter gray, so that's fine. That'll stick out. 8-Ball. Oh no! Hey, you're the one adding more responses to the 8-ball void, just saying. Is it over? Oh, okay. Literally has a stroke. You doubled the 8-ball's response count. Oh, why would you do that? Are all the answers just as asshole-ish? Worse. I can't even say 8-ball anymore. No, you can't. Oh no. Other than the rough pick, this is the biggest piece I've gotten done. Hey, congrats. It's always exciting. Isn't it ironic? Well, no, it's not ironic, but I don't know why. My first thought was that stupid song. It's like rain on Alanis' wedding day. Aw. Chep. I like that, just Chep. He's cute. I'm gonna fix the nose. Nose looks weird. Something a little bit more like, Okay, style. Enjoy the lurk. I think there is actually a command for ! lurk, so if you want to ever put that in, please feel free. Just a gentle reminder to people, I do in fact accept. Yeah, there you go. I do need to actually change that because that message doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, I am accepting tips, and right now, if you look in the top right, then we've got a bar going on there. Let me just... Oh, my mouse isn't showing up. Anyway, if you look at the top right, you can see the gold bar there. If we make it by, if we make it within, for some reason it's 5 days. I thought I set it to, well, whatever. If we make it by next week, then I will stream Shrek Extra Large. The goal is currently 200, so you might want to get on that fast. America's becoming a warehouse. Where my house? Where my house? It's give snacks. Exclamation mark give snacks. Our house. But I don't know where it's gone. And there's the bass boost. It's been a while since anyone's hit that one off. Oof. In old news today, Lindsay Ellis left Twitter due to making a dumbass let's not get into that. She's free. I'm thinking of taking another Twitter break. I figured that maybe I would be a little bit more tolerant to its nonsense if I left for a bit. No, I'm just getting more and more impatient with it. I'm actually really tempted to just like get like a bot to do my Twitter posting and then just sticking to like Tumblr or something when I need social media. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. Don't like Twitter drama. Well, that and it's like it's dragging a specific creator, and I don't normally do that. So, you know, I mean, every now and again, like maybe if it's someone who's like particularly toxic or terrible, Butch Hartman. But for the most part, it's not something I do all that regularly. But yeah, no, I don't like Twitter drama. I just have no patience for it. It's Hi, Kaze. Twitter is dumb but useful. That's the frustrating part. Is it's like one of the most annoying places for artists to post their stuff, but it's where most people are gonna see it. So it's like, crap. Why did DeviantArt have to become its own unique kind of cesspool? Admittedly, watching the slow fall of DeviantArt was very fascinating, but, like, you know, eventually fascination only takes you so far, and it's like, God, I just want, like, an art site that doesn't suck. Just, honestly, we're just talking about Twitter in general. Just not, I don't like Twitter. I mean, here's the funny thing about it, I don't like Twitter, but I'm kind of addicted to it. I've brought this up once or twice, but I definitely have an addiction to it. And it's definitely something I'm trying to wean myself off of more and more, but I'm finding it harder and harder despite the fact that I get so frustrated at it. I don't know what it is. It's probably just, you want to know, I know exactly what it is. It's because I get just enough of the content I like at a consistent and fast pace. I have the attention span of a flea. So the fact that I'm constantly getting new information really helps my ADHD smooth brain, you know? Flea! What is that, Poppin? What is that icon? Doryu-Ri. Oh, okay. Oh, they're actually Doryu's. Okay. They're actually live right now. Oh, jeez. Hello, Poppin. Welcome back. Poppin, do you see in the top right? Do you see in the top right there? Ever since Tumblr banned poor has become more. I actually feel like the opposite. It's become a lot more. Tumblr has become a lot more has become a lot more tolerable since everyone left. Same, like, yes, it's a dumpster fire from time to time. Some of it's ridiculous reasons, while others maybe for good reasons. Okay, so Poppin, I currently have a goal where there's about where you basically have a week to get me to $200 for tips. And if people do that, I will stream Shrek Extra Large. Maybe to completion, maybe not, but I will definitely stream it. But at the same time, it's pretty much the main. Yeah, exactly. It's very frustrating, but like it's something we kind of. It's why I'm tempted to get like a bot to like post things to my Twitter instead, so that way I just don't have to think about it. You know, I don't have to look at it. Interesting, indeed. I should mention that it's all tips. I don't know if like I'm not entirely sure if biddies work. I don't think they do. Maybe they do, but I don't know. The thing doesn't make it clear. Oh my god, it's over. Okay. I just don't want to hear about Dream breathing. Okay, everyone's always talking about how Dream is all over their Twitter. I never see anything about Dream. You want to know who I see a lot more about? And funnily enough, I feel like that, like people getting upset at, like, like kids for really getting into Dream, and they do the exact same, and it's like adults getting upset at kids for really like, getting into Dream, or do this exact same thing with the streamer. I see way more stuff about Germa. I brought this up once or twice, but it's so funny to me that people get so upset that like kids like this one content creator, and then they like get like so upset about it, and then they do the exact same thing for another streamer. It's like, all right then. Okay. Nothing against either Dream or Germa. I've never watched either of their content. I just noticed that. I just think it's really funny. It's almost like we're more inclined to hate something if it's intended for children because people don't take children seriously or something. The Dream stands. I will say something for nothing. I have heard about the Dream stands. I haven't really encountered any. I heard way more about like K-pop and whatnot on Twitter than I ever did about Dream. Wink, wink. Oh my god, Fembot did it again! Right after you put the link. I love that. I'd say that in usual instances, but the thing with Dream is that he doesn't know doesn't know where to set boundary. Hockey blogs. I don't know anything about him is the thing. I don't know anything about Dream. Or Germa. Or they're just streamers that people like. And people seem to get upset at people for liking Dream because kids like him. What's the notifications music again? You know what? Sure, we'll play this for like 10 minutes. Yeah, I think he's like I don't know. Maybe because the one person I follow, but Tumblr has this dislike of atheists. I think that's just the one person you follow. Frankly, I don't care what your religious beliefs or lack thereof are. As long as you're a cool dude, I'm down. You know, and you're not hurting anyone, but I mean, I think that would fall under cool dude, you know? Kinda made that look like blood. Let me fix those. But to me, the thing is that people reacting to Dream, whether or not he's done anything wrong, I never hear anything about it. It's just people getting like angry about the fact that they have to hear about Dream, and you're fine to dislike it. That's completely within your right. But I just feel like that the absolute vitriol for it is just cause he's popular with kids. That's what happens. Something gets popular online or whatever. Kids get into it, and then everyone decides that it sucks. Because, like, it's almost like as if to say, I don't like that kids stuff, you know? I'm not saying that that's what everyone who dislikes Dream or his content is like. I don't want to say that. Also, by the way, thank you very much for the host style, Fox. But there is definitely kind of some crossover. It's a very similar thing with that cringe culture that I like to make fun of all the time. You know? Atheists don't believe in God. I know. That's why I said lack thereof. I'm more or less an atheist. There are certain things I do believe in. Like we were talking about, like, supernatural phenomena. But when it comes to, like, a greater power, like a god or whatever, I don't necessarily believe in it. Do I debate that they might exist? No, not really. It's certainly a thing that is possible if I'm willing to believe in ghosts, like, you know, but like, I have my own kind of explanation for how those work and things like that, though admittedly it's very meta-sciencey, so it's like, you know. But with atheism, it's like, point of the story is I'm aware of what an atheist is, Lostman. What sucks is that almost everything there is that one person who puts so much energy into trying. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that I feel like that there's often it's just something gets popular. Like people like remember when everyone was into like Among Us, and then you wake up one day and suddenly everyone's like memeing on it and making fun of it and acting like it's cringy. Well, yeah, that's kind of the problem. Well, Choco, that's kind of the problem when somebody gets popular in general, is that there's this kind of issues with like parasocial kind of relationships, and some in a lot of like again, I brought this up. Actually, even I'm not even popular, and this happened to me. So goes the internet. But I'm not even popular, and something like this happened to me. Like I said, fairly recently, like as in like the last couple of days, someone drew fan art of my Sona, and I was not comfortable with the content, and I had to message them and explain, please don't draw my character like that. And they did. They listened, but just the fact that I had to do that at all is, I think, very telling. Please keep in mind, I am not a popular streamer or content creator by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, sure, I have people who watch me, but I'm not, like, I'm nowhere near that level. But, and yet this sort of parasocial kind of thing is still going on. Now, I, in general, like to try and, like, keep touch base with you guys and let it so that we can talk, but there is still an upper limit. Like, I even set boundaries when we ask questions and things like that, because I don't want to establish this thing where I make it feel like that you guys are entitled to any of my information, or I feel like that or make it feel like that I am entitled to any of your information or whatever. I don't want that to be our relationship. I want our relationship to be a closely, tightly knit community, but not like that. It was very much like that in nature, Lostman. I don't want to get into what it was, and I don't want to point the finger at who it was, because I legitimately just don't think that they knew any better. Like, I don't think they understood that Fox was my Sona. Like, that represents me. Yeah, reasonable human limits. Yeah. That's why I put in the chat, just use your common... Like, the chat rules, one of the things is just use your common sense, and we'll be fine. Now, that is harder to come by for some people. Not to be one of those we live in a society folks, but that is just straight up true. Because I generally like to believe the best in people, right? So talking about this, kind of, it is kind of hard for me, because I do like to believe in the best in people. I like to think the best of folks. But sometimes it's just, God, you're stupid, you know? You know what I mean? But yeah, the art that the person had made, getting back to that, was very much inappropriate in nature. It was not to be we live in a society, but we live in a society. Yeah. Yeah. Not to be Jared Leto, but... Say the line, Joker! We live in a society. Yay! But yeah, it was art that made me very uncomfortable. And to be fair, again, they took it down. They took it down. So, credit to them. They recognized that when... I mean, it took a bit, because that's just the internet. But it took a bit, because I don't think they understood. But whatever. But they did finally take it... But they did take it down when I said I would very much appreciate if you didn't draw that of my Sona. And he did. He said, okie dokie, I'll take it off immediately. People are trying to undo... I'm not sure how you mean, but I think we're starting to get into, more, I constantly worry if I push the boundaries of a healthy parasocial relationship with some people, Fox included. I will say, Milkstick, I don't feel like that you've, ever kind of overstepped any boundaries with our friendship. I actually worry about that a lot. I worry that I've overstepped some parasocial boundaries sometimes, because I am aware that I am very social with you guys. I do talk with you in the chat a lot. I always like to keep up to date with the chat, and I check the Discord, and I constantly am checking the Twitter and whatnot. I am always kind of interacting with folks. But I do worry about that, where it's like, how far down the kind of parasocial relationship hole do I fall? You know, and I constantly worry about that. It's good to hear. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm glad that you're glad to hear that. Oh, but anyway, moral of the story is heck cringe culture. It's kind of... I love how we got into this big discussion about parasocial relationships, from me basically saying that a good chunk of people who don't like Dream just don't like Dream because they don't like things, because they think that because kids like something, it's stupid. Which is literally the adult equivalent of, I don't like that baby stuff. You know? "2020 must have been a year to years to it." Oh my god, you have no idea. It sure was. Oh man. Cringe culture is kind of cringe. Alice Mark does a really interesting video on it, actually, and kind of discussing what it means, where it came from, the kind of way we interact with things that are considered cringe and that sort of thing. It's very interesting. Flick cringe culture or cancel culture. You had the patience to use to. I did. Well, cancel culture is kind of a completely different story, and one that requires so much nuance. I don't think I could get into it here. True. Yeah, it's definitely one of those very complicated topics where context is a huge deal and things like that, you know? And I don't want to, like, potentially shoot myself in the foot by, like, saying something that I'm just wrong about, you know? And I don't even mean that, like, in the sense of, what if I get canceled? It's not so much that. It's more just, you know, it could bring some toxicity. And I don't want that in this community. Sorry, that's just not something that I want to deal with. I don't think that's something anyone wants to deal with. Like, I know that you could joke, it's like, oh, well, toxicity is just a part of the internet experience. It doesn't have to be. You know, it doesn't have to be. We act like it does, but it doesn't have to be. People just, you know, try to be decent human beings. It doesn't have to be. Poot, but monk is culture. Exactly! Monk is culture! I like how I'm just putting on, like, Wii U menu music and whatnot. I don't even know what he's holding. It's just some kind of orb, I guess. And now it's going to fill in the whole thing. I'm just going to real quick save it. Well, Wii U. No, you. Alright, Haru, how does the coloring look on him so far? Then return to single cellular. I mean, with how the console sold, I'd say that's accurate. The Wii U being a flop makes me sad, because I actually kind of like it. I actually like it quite a bit. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. The midichlorian is the powerhouse of the cell. For it undergoes aerobic and anaerobic respiration to produce ATP through the Krebs cycle. Indeed. Whoa, great copy pasta. I mean, is it a copy pasta if it's just science? I like biology too much. Biology, eh? Time for crab! Curb. The copy paste is just the first part, the rest I remember. Not to flex or anything. Yeah, not to flex or anything, So, we're probably gonna wrap up Haru's comm, and then we're probably gonna call it a night. I'm gonna send you guys over to Void and Pyrrhus' stream after this, so look forward to that. It's gonna be a great time. And if you don't want to go, well, then you're wrong. The crab cycle, there is only one step, and it is crab. Especially since we're a good sizable amount today. I mean, actually, it's about standard viewership, but like, you know, it's a good size to raid someone with. We're not going down the avant-garde French primitive path, even though the incels would love them. I have no idea what you're talking about, but let's hold back on the use of that word. Because Twitch does not like that word. And if I say it too much, I will get in trouble. So... I also don't know where that came from. So I'm very confused, Lossman. I'm very confused. Let us try and keep our political and socio-political talks to a minimum. We're here to vibe, mostly. Mostly. Yeah, now if we're talking about Butch Hartman, that's a different story. Or Ken Penders, or any other given, you know. Then we have 8-Ball Mo. Okay, that's different. So far, the most cursed thing that's... This isn't Ogre Fox. It's never Ogre. It's so funny that Shrek just donated, because I legitimately just thought about what happens if Shrek donates again. Or, like, how that was the most cursed thing that happened tonight. Oh, God! Oh, God! With another $20. Thank you, Shrek. Thank you very much for following T-Dubs1022. Welcome to the Fox Den. I don't recognize your name. If you are new, welcome to the stream. My name is Dr. Josh Fox. I am a gender fluid variety streamer. I stream everything from art like we're seeing now to RPGs to MMORPGs to platformers to sim games. Yeah, so I stream every Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we would love to have it if you can hang out if you want. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the Fox Den. Don't forget to plug the Discord too. Right. Well, thank you very much, T-Chap and Style. We do, in fact, have a Discord. So if anyone is not part of the Discord, join the Discord, or I will be sad. You don't got it if you don't want to, but it's a great little community where all of us come together and just hang out. It's also a good place to promote your work. So, you know, you should join the Discord. And then maybe donate money after. Oh. And sometimes, why? Everyone always forgets that sometimes Y counts as a vowel. The fact that we have a sometimes vowel, though. Oh, okay. Then I'm just dumb. I forgot to make another layer, but it's too late now, so let's do the thing. As the Nyan. Mass boopening. Okay, so we're just gonna... If there's any filling... Yep, okay. Let's add in some highlights and whatnot. Orb. No, I said overlay, you dink. Thank you. Orb. Sphere! Is he vibing? Yes, he is. Why is it vowel? Because why not? Route orbular. Rund. It's spherical! Spherical! Yeah, it's the 8-ball. Alright, so I'm gonna get a little bit overly fancy with the highlights. Let's go back to keeping it simple, stupid. Let's do just a basic gradient background, and then I'll play around with what colors I like, or what look, you know what I mean. And we'll call that a piece of art done. Assuming that Haru likes how it looks, of course. Simple stupid or stupid sim? I saw multiple people posting that Drake wears the body of Christ image on Sunday and lost it every time. One does not simply prepare, Corgi. I need to prepare for tomorrow's stream pre-stroke. Pre-stroke! Damn, I am late. Are you? I don't know. You showed up to the stream at, like, the last third? You saw a decent amount of it, dude. Or do you mean in another way? Oh, connection problems. Sorry about that, man. Anyway, Haru, how does this look? Maybe I'll give like the orb like a magic glow or something so it looks a little bit more. That's good. Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna add like a dumb little magic glow to the orb, and then that'll be it. Kind of give it very kind of minor highlights over here. It's very, very tiny. I know this isn't meant to be lit, but just little highlights I think will help a bit. Okay, cool. No, I did not sig it yet. I was waiting till the picture was done. So I'm just gonna put the thing here. Make it smaller. It's 2021, Fox, not 2020. Stop doing that. Okay. Stick it like, raise the opacity a bit, but stick it there. So it's in a nice sneaky place that if somebody ever tries to steal the picture, they won't know to look for it. Wow. So, does that look good? My dude? Oh, you liked the light blue. Okay, here, I'll change the background back to the light blue. I didn't see that you said that, sorry. His story, you'd have to ask Haru for that. Something like that, I think. Maybe turn down the opacity a bit. Alright, so that's looking good then. Awesome. I'm just going to save it. We are going to save it as a boong. And I will send it to you at the end of the stream, which is very soon. I just want to kind of do a quick cool down kind of sketch. Yeah, Voodoo Darkfire Mage. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So I'm just going to real quickly just do a sort of cool down sketch, and then we will call it a day. Excuse me. Just needs some music to put on. You know what? Just hang on. Has a stroke watching teach. I have a stroke having me watching. I have a stroke. Just having the menu music on for the background. As you can see, it's very rough. Pentastroke! I like how the gimmick of whenever somebody's just like upset is that they just say like, I'm having a stroke. I do too. The GameCube's actually one of my favorites. Stream's kind of funny for you. That might be your connection. Sorry. And if you speed it up, you'll notice it. Yes, you will. It's the Famicom Disk System BIOS theme. The da na 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 na. Oh, Thomas, we're actually about to wrap up soon. I'm just drawing a cooldown doodle. I'm sorry. Still, it's really awesome that you're here. By the way, we're raising money for Shrek Extra Large. Hello, earless friend. Eyeless. I was like, wait, earless. Very confused. On Facebook, a new station in South Dakota said if you come for trans kids, we will see you in court, which is pretty strange. What? I don't understand what you mean by that, but I have a feeling that that's not probably something that should be discussed on this stream. As an aside, trans lives matter, black lives matter, you know. Y'all know where I stand on those sorts of issues. Have I thought of putting my OC in a comic? Yes, plenty of times, actually. I've thought about putting my Sona in a... In fact, I did back when Buttons was my Sona, but I don't even remember if it's even still up on the website that I hosted it on, so whatever. As for this Sona, maybe. I've been thinking of maybe doing like a slice of life thing, but I already have so much going on. It's like, I just don't think I would have the time. I think I would get burnt out on it. Love him or hate him, Fox Doopy spitting facts and logic. Yes, for Fox's sake, was the name of it, because you know I am very clever, and it was a slice of life strip. And if I was to ever do anything with this Fox, it would be that sort of thing. It would be a kind of slice of life strip, have it kind of based on my life, kind of like what I do with Foxtails, and that would be that, you know. Is it still in Top S? Oh, well, I haven't checked, because honestly I hate how they look now. So. Fox Dunk. I still like that AU where our characters all live together. AU where everything's the same except. Is it really an AU for Fox though? Because he doesn't really exist in one given static universe. Like, not like that they don't, I guess, because we're also including the female versions and when they're feeling non-binary. You know what I mean? Yes, a Durg, except foof. Maybe next time, maybe my next video will be a problem with forced diversity video, because I'm spitting those facts and logic registered trademark, and then you actually like listen to it and it is neither factual nor is it logical. Anyway, I was the one talking earlier about not getting into socio like political commentary, so I should practice what I preach. Alternate from what remains to be seen. I was in it as Luna. Facts. Yeah, exactly. We're just talking about show me the car facts. Fox Life 8 where everything's the same except there's a second Fen there. Oh! That's so many Fenix. But he's playing Shrek Extra Large. I mean, the donation thing is right there. Sigh. Well, anyway, you guys still have, it says 5, it's supposed to be 6, but, you know, how these things are. Anyway, you guys, society. You guys have 6 days to get that ready to go. And I want to thank you all for hanging out. Now, like I said, I already know what I'm streaming, but I don't know. Oh, thank you. I actually haven't drawn Fox in a while, so that was a nice kind of little thing. I'm trying to see which of the two of them is streaming. I think it's... Oh god, they both are. Well, Void only's got the one viewer, so I'm gonna send you guys over to Void. Society until I... Lostman. Let's maybe dial that back up next time. Yeah, Lostman, next time we do this, if you could maybe hold off on those sorts of comments, I'd very much appreciate it. Otherwise, I will have to put you on timeout. I'm glad you guys had fun. I love you all too. I'm going to send you guys over to Void. Him and Pyrrhus are playing something. Remnant from the Ashes, I think. And I don't know. It's all good, my dude. Just... what the cute fence said. Yeah, it's all good, my dude. Just remember for next time. It was great having you anyway. Anywho, not much else to say beyond that. I will see you guys later. But oh, actually, one more thing. When you get to the stream, don't forget to refresh the page or click on Void's name and then click back on the stream, because that counts for you to be both a raid viewer and a regular viewer, and that helps them out a ton. Anyway, not much else to say beyond that. Love you all. Bye.